Is this working better? Yes, it is working better. Yeah, so I want to talk about my childhood. Is that better with levels? Or I think we. Yeah, right, that sounds good. Okay, yeah. When I was a kid, I got the feeling that I really wasn't particularly wanted. I can't quite pinpoint exactly when it was. I think it was probably about around the time that my parents told me that I should face my fears, which is great advice. If I hadn't just told them that I was scared of getting hit by a train. When you look at Bruce Wayne, he had a fear of bats, and that led to Batman. I had a fear of getting molested by the Scoutmaster. Maybe I'm a pedo man? If I'm honest, I don't think that's going to be one of the A-list superheroes. It is slightly better than Ant-Man, I suppose. But I wasn't abused by my Scoutmaster. Hey!
Hey!
Thanks. And he was an actual, real-life, sick in the head, prolific pedophile. God's honest truth. That's good that I didn't get abused, but how does that make a 12-year-old feel? I mean, I was fat, I couldn't run away, but nothing. It got to the point where I was trying to seduce him. Like bending over a little too long doing my Velcro. Asking him to help me with my neckerchief. At the Scout Disco, I managed to perfect the dance to two become one while making eye contact with him. Two become one. Nothing! Which did help me in the past 25 years to deal with rejection. But I want to talk about the greatest feeling that a teenager, and frankly a man, can ever experience. The joy of discovering pornography in a hedge. I remember the day when I was 12 years old and I found that magazine. And I was rushing back to the house and I swear to God I broke the land speed record for a fat kid on a BMX. And for anybody who is here who's too young, well, definitely too young, to know what a pornographic magazine is, it's essentially imagine an iPad with naked ladies on, except when you do this, you aren't zooming in and scrolling, you're wiping the spunk off your fingers. And I know what you're thinking. It's just a magazine. It was just a moment in time. Well, fuck you. That was my printed harem. Those ladies, to me, spent so many years of my developing life. Forget your Rachel Rileys, your Emma Stones, your Jennifer Lawrences, although in fairness, she does like pornography. Jeanette, 26 from Bradford. She was the one. Vera, 56, from Skegness, with that coy look in her face. Etsy, with her blatant disregard for the 90s and personal hygiene and just keeping her groin afro still going. I'm surprised I didn't die of dehydration in those years. But the discovery of porn for me may have cost me some magical adventures. I remember lying in bed at the witching hour, waiting for the BFG, getting bored, knocking one out, while staring at the window, going, I'm thinking of you. It turns out the BFG doesn't stand for Big Friendly Giant, it's the Big Frigid Giant. But another thing that was really good for me back in the day, in terms of my development, was girl bands. You know, you've got the Spice Girls, All Saints, Hanson. But one thing that actually happened quite recently, I was on Spotify and I was listening to Throwback Thursday and the song S-Club Party by S-Club 7 came on. And I was listening to the lyrics. And I'm printing these out so it looks like I haven't listened to that 20 times and I've memorized them again. So let me just read them to you now. Tina's doing her dance. Okay. John's looking for romance. Okay. Paul's getting down on the floor, while Hannah's screaming out for more. Wanna see Bradley swing? Wanna see Rachel do her thing? Then we got Jo. She's got the flow. Get ready everybody, because here we go. How the fuck did a 15-year-old not pick up on what that actually meant? Looking for romance, getting down on the floor, screaming out for more, swinging, doing a thing. Hello? No wonder that the youth of today is corrupted if that's what was in the music. But I actually bought a house quite recently, and this is completely true. I was organised in the basement, and I was going through the firewood, and I actually found pornography stashed in the basement. And the 14-year-old in me was, yes! And the 33-year-old in me went, why isn't this Swedish lesbian sports porn? I actually think the internet is ruining me now. But another thing that came back to me while I was writing this was, does everybody here remember VHS players? Yeah? Does anybody VHS? Like,
yeah.
Does anybody not know what a VHS is? Because if you do, can you kind of fuck off? Yeah. I sat for so many times taping the 10-minute preview from the Playboy TV, going through the TV guide, looking at the Channel 5 listings for anything that remotely suggested there might be 10 seconds of boobs. And then I would go to town on myself on this Frankenstein monster of a porn film. But nothing. So that's the good part. The bad part is when you leave it in the VHS player and your parents suddenly start checking for a blank video. My dad kept it. But then you have the situation where you have to deal with the consequences of what you've been doing. Dealing with the sticky evidence. And I've tried many different ways. I tried a tissue. I tried a sock. I ate it. What? It's polite! But the method that I ended up choosing was a set of pajama bottoms that I hid underneath my bed. And after about 6 months, it ended up looking like a melted candle. When I was 17, I was using it as a smoking crusted TV stand. But on the plus side, if I ever break my leg, I'm going to make makeshift cast. So does anybody here remember MSN Messenger?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a weapon of mass destruction in my teenage hands. And I'm still dealing with the consequences of my actions with that. I actually had a folder on my desktop called Sad Songs. Things like Karma Police by Radiohead, I Miss You by Blink-182. And I would play that because girls would see that the song was playing and I don't know what the fuck they would do. Honestly, I don't know what I was going to achieve from that. But then you have the girl, she comes online that you like. And she doesn't say hello to you in the first 18 seconds. And I'm sure a lot of you know this trick. Appear offline, appear online. So she gets a pop-up that you're there. And don't even get me started on the MySpace top 8. That was literally just 8 girls that I would be delighted if they had enough sympathy in them to play with my tiny willy or send me a nude picture. But I'm going to leave you shortly. But one thing I would like to implore all of you to do, guys and girls, is when you leave here tonight, after spending all of your money in the comedian job, or behind the bar, I don't care, I hope as well, is to go to a portrait and buy a pornographic magazine. And then I want you to find a hedge. And I want you to take that pornographic magazine, I want you to roll it tight, and I want you to place it in the hedge so the circle of life continues for the future teenage generations. Because, as a wise Greek philosopher, Master once said, society grows great when an adult man places a pamphlet and knows that he will never get porn or elbow from it. I've been Daniel Grice. Thank you very much.